But with this sound that I'm making, I'm also going to do a little body scan to help you relax and to release any tension that you might have. So I want you, wherever you are, to close your eyes and just really sink deep, whether you're laying down or sitting. I want you to really start to relax and give in. Give your weight in to wherever you are. So for this body scan, we are going to start at the top of our heads and then move all the way down to our tippy toes. So at the top of your head, the crown of your head, I want you to examine, take all your focus there. Does it feel tight? Have you got a headache? Does it feel really held? If it does, we're going to imagine that we've got like hot butter on our head or some moulding sand. And this sand or butter is being glided over your head. And as it glides over, it softens any areas that it touches. So we're going to imagine that it's on the top of your head. And as it brushes past, it just slowly releases any tension, any headaches, any tightness, and lets it go. Then this feeling of softness glides over to the front of your face, to your temples, your eyes, nose, mouth, ears. And it also glides to the back of your neck. And again, everywhere it touches, it just softens that area a little bit more and really allows you to not hold any of that tension that was previously there. If you're still holding tension in your head, just take in some deep breaths for me. A deep breath in and then out. In and out. Then this feeling of softness is going to go across your shoulders, which is where we hold most of our tension. And notice if your shoulders are quite close to your ears, or if there's a nice space between them. If you feel like your shoulders are really, really touching your ears, just slowly tell your body to move your shoulders down and relax into that position. Really examine where the tightness is coming from and where you're holding that tension in your body. Then this stick of butter, or this idea of sand, is now going to be focused on your shoulders, the front of your shoulders and the back. And it's going to soften that area. Really imagine it softening everything that it touches, so that you're left with a nice and relaxed body. A body that doesn't hold tension, a body that just lets go. Then that same sand and butter is going to go across your torso and your back. And it's going to spend quite a lot of time there, as again we store a lot of our tension in our backs by sitting down for periods of time, by hunching over on a commute to work, by lifting heavy weights. We put a lot of tension in our back. And I just want you to imagine the sand traveling down your back and really allowing to release all that tension that you have collected over the day or over the past few weeks. And really allow the body to just relax and melt into the surface that it's on. Again, if you feel like the sand isn't working, take some deep breaths. And with each deep breath, we're going to relax into it more. Also allow the sounds I'm creating to guide you and relax you. And any thoughts that might prop up, just let them go, as they are not needed for now. And again, imagine the butter just gliding over the back and really softening every inch, every crook. And really relax into that. As you're focusing on your back and your torso, don't add any tension back to the head or the neck. Just really remember that feeling of ease, that feeling of relaxation, and continue with it. Then we're going to go down to our hands and our fingertips, another area where there's a lot of tension. As we write, as we're on our phones all the time. And I want you to just relax your fingertips. Don't hold them into a fist. Just let them relax so they're loose and almost feel like butter, or like really soft jelly, or water, if that's an easier thing to imagine. Imagine this sand flowing through your fingertips, your hands, this hot, warm sand, and it's relaxing every bit of your hand. Then the sand travels down to your lower body, your thighs, and just takes a moment to really examine your hips and see if there's any tightness in your hips. We store a lot of our emotions in our hips. Sometimes when we have back pain or even headaches, it stems from really tight hips. So I want you to examine them and see if they feel really stiff, or if one side feels a bit more tighter than the other. And imagine the sand flowing through your body into the hips, and as it touches them, it just releases that tension a lot more. Really, really focus on that feeling of ease. that feeling of relaxation. This sand will also travel down to your thighs and to your knees. Imagine it trickling down and really focusing on your knees as well. Another part that's quite sensitive, that I feel like throughout our lives we do a lot of damage to our knees, especially as kids when we're falling over, or even as adults falling over. It's not nice. Really focus on that hot sand going over your knees, or the butter just melting in and creating ease and relaxation. The back of your knees as well, don't forget that. Do they feel really tight? Are they stuck, locked in one place? Can you really let go and create more space in that muscle area? And also focus on your shins, your calves, and your ankles. Are they stiff? Are they aching? Or are they relaxed? If they're a little bit stiff, just imagine that hot sand going through them, or almost a safer hot lava going through that area so that it relaxes and releases all that's being held in that place. And then your tippy toes and your feet. Maybe you want to wiggle them a little bit to release the tension. Maybe they don't have any tension at all. Again, just imagine the sand flowing all the way from the tip of your head, all the way down to your toes. Imagine that hot sand going down and relaxing everything that it touches. Just so you're at a place where you're not holding tension, you're present with your body, and you're giving it what it needs. You're taking time to focus and release anything that your body's holding on to. I'm going to create some more noises to help you relax. But in this state, I just want you to take deep breaths and really focus on letting go and releasing the tension. And if any area of your body starts to tense up, maybe the back of your neck, maybe the back of your ears, or even your fingertips, just allow it to relax. Imagine it sinking into where you are and breathe into those areas. Always focusing on slow, deep breaths.